All of this systems, mothers be loving their daughters, fathers be hugging their children, been protecting the family, never to leave it to women. Well, Father, we just thank you for just another opportunity of this day that we have never seen, heard, or felt before. We thank you, Father, for allowing us to be able to have our being, to be able to have your spirit and your breath continually moving throughout our bodies. So, Father, even as we pray, Lord, there's a circle of angels protecting us and all those that are around us viewing, Lord. And so we thank you for this opportunity to be able to come amongst your people, to have a great dialogue and conversation, to let truth be heard and let truth be spoken. And with you, Lord, all things are possible. And with you, we give you the glory for this momentous occasion. And we don't take it for granted. So, Lord, forgive us for any foolishness that we have done in your sight. Continually walk us upon the path of righteousness and make it known to us, Lord, so that way we may be found worthy in your eyes to miss this tribulation. We love you, we appreciate you, and we thank you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Joshua Burney Morning Show, Saturday afternoon edition. My name is Joshua Burney, aka Joshua B, the public speaking rapper with an English degree. And this is my lovely, lovely co-host, Mrs. Octavia Burney.
I'm Octavia B, your public speaking poet with a science degree.
Listen, thank you all for tuning in with us here live on Facebook. We appreciate you spending your Saturday afternoons with us. Listen, good morning to you, Mr. Solomon, and all those tuning in with us. As always, like, share, and comment on the page because honestly, it just makes the conversation go a little bit smoother and better. So it's a dialogue. We talk, you talk, we all talk together. And so we're going to have a great show today. Yeah. Now, listen, before we begin, though, I do want to apologize. We did start, the show was supposed to start at 3 o'clock. And a lot of things have been happening in the background. And then 4 o'clock, we said we're going to do the show at 4 o'clock. And then everything else was still happening in the background. So listen, we apologize. But we thank you for your loyalty. We thank you for your patience. And we thank you for your kindness most of all.
Yes.
Yeah, so listen, as always, like us on Facebook at the Joshua Burney Morning Show page. That way you're up to date on more shows, clips, and any news that we may have coming out. And as well as follow me on social media at Instagram, Twitter, or Snapchat at _Joshua B.
You can follow me on Facebook at Lily Monet Designs or Octavia Burney, as well as on Instagram at Lily_Monet_Designs, as well as follow me, Octavia Burney.
Yes. And listen, actually, and I definitely do want to say that, can I give, well, you give the news. This is your news. I can't give your news. No, you give your news. I always give your news. You give your own news. About the dresses.
So we did reach our $200. I think it was the week before last, I believe, that we reached the $200. I had some dresses. I actually had 15 dresses. Ended up getting 16 more dresses, prom dresses for girls. So we raised $200, and I'm sending those dresses to New York, actually, for the inner city schools in New York for girls who are
went national, baby. She went national.
Who need prom dresses. I was able to get in contact with someone in New York. It was actually my friend on Instagram. He was able to do his work in New York, and we're going to be mailing the dresses off on Monday. So there'll be, 21 dresses for the girls. The other dresses are actually small for like little kids or like
just straight
things. But 21 dresses will be going to New York on Monday for inner city schools who are in need of prom dresses.
So that's nice. Congratulations on all that hard work. And again, it's congratulations and thank you to all those people that contributed to your great cause. And how many people don't go to prom that we don't know of because they don't have the right outfit. And so right now, because of you, because of all our community individual partners, we're able to put it together. Well, you were able to put it together. I had nothing to do with it, so it's all you. And so I always give proper credit. So thank you.
I raised $200 within 24 hours. People were actually contacting me as soon as I did the Facebook Live video and said, "Oh, I'll do this amount. I'll do 20. I did 50. My sister matched the 50, and so then we only had 100 to go."
Just say you got the money.
No, I'm just saying, we received it within 24 hours, and people were contributing and contacting me and messaging me, and then after we received the $200, people were still contacting me. So I do have another event that I will be doing, and I will speak on that next Saturday.
Okay. Well, listen, again, congratulations. And this is all about the definition of teamwork makes the dream work. And so it's a very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. Do we have any community announcements?
I did want to talk about the Girl You Are Worth It event from last Saturday.
We do have to talk on that.
I do thank you, Tyrus Green, for allowing me to be a panelist. I definitely enjoyed all the speakers that came forth and for your vision and for allowing it to come forth for women to come together and just be a part of something great. So definitely thank you and thank all the women that came out and were panelists as well as speakers. I definitely had a great time listening to others' testimonies because we do overcome by each other's testimony.
I have something to say. I want to say thank you, Tyrus Green, for putting on that event. But I want to let this be known because my wife has been like amazing to me recently. She's always amazing to me, but it's always in different lights. You get amazed, right? And being at the Girl Empowerment, I actually, Girl You Are Worth It Empowerment. Mm-hmm. I was actually able to witness my wife's worth. And what I mean is watching her up on the panel and talking and sharing her experiences about life. And actually what happened was it was because the pictures that they took, I saw a picture afterwards of her talking, and she did post it on Instagram and everything. And I just sat there and I looked at it and I said, man, that's my wife doing that, right? Like she's speaking into people's lives and she's having a great time doing it, and she looks very confident and secure and knowledgeable and bad. And I was just like, that's mine, right? That's mine. She got my last name, right? Like that's mine. She got my last name. But I saw the more of what she is capable of. And not to say that you just can't see everything from the beginning, and you hear about things. And again, you see things in different lights because I saw you do the poetry before, mm-hmm. but to see you in this arena just shed a different light for me on you, and I appreciated you more because of that. And so I definitely want to thank Tyrus for making that opportunity available to me so I can appreciate my wife's worth. So, gentlemen, don't take your wife for granted, and you're welcome, baby. And appreciate them because they are worth something, and I'm only going to leave it at that.
You.
So yeah, so shout out to that. It was a great event. I definitely enjoyed it myself, mm-hmm. being there. So teamwork again makes the dream work. Shout out to Miss Audrey Thomas. Shout out to all the Mendenhall people too. But listen, you guys know we want to be timely because we wasn't that timely, so we still want to hold on to our.
One more thing I wanted to say.
What's up?
I can't think of her last name. Carlina Cartwell.
You know,
I can't think of her last name. Carlina. She had a book signing earlier today at 2:00, and I'm so sorry I couldn't make it. But I wanted to give you a shout out and just tell you thank you for sharing your story. She wrote a book about foster care and her journey in foster care. And I just wanted to give her a shout out and tell her I apologize I couldn't make it to her book signing. I definitely wanted to attend it. But I just wanted to give her a shout out and just tell her congratulations on her book. Hopefully her book signing was successful, and I wish her good luck with her book. I know I said I'm sorry. I know I'm sorry. No,
so,
and I
want to give preface. I want to give preface. Okay, so we do constantly work on the show and things that we can do better. Yeah. And speaking, of course, is one of them because that's what we do.
I didn't say the first time at all.
And so
this time, I don't know my thoughts.
We brought it up after the show, and we were talking about and everything because I'm a stickler for on the low, and it bothers me when I do it. But it's all about awareness. I don't get on her about it or anyone else that says it, but it's all about awareness. And so I did say I'm going to start counting her and so right now she had 5.
But the first I started off
matter. You said 5. It doesn't matter. You said 5. Okay, you said 5. But listen. Back out, I was going to say, before I was kindly interrupted.
Sorry.
Is that we're going to, of course, we have to pay the bills. And so we definitely, before we go to a commercial break, we want to give a big shout out to all of our community partners because it wasn't until recently I realized we didn't do this much. We got away from this. But a Perfect Shine Auto Detailing located in Greenville, Shea Be Natural. As you see, I'm rocking the Lace Boutique shirt today. Shout out to them, all of our community partners that continually contribute to the show in some manner, and we don't take it lightly because genuinely teamwork makes the dream work, and we believe we were given the opportunity to give that opportunity, and most importantly, it's all about uplifting the community. And so we want to thank all those who uplift us as we uplift others, and it's a continuous cycle, so we want to thank them. So with that being said, we're going to a commercial break. Pay attention. You may have something, an event or a product that may be needed, and we know people that know people that know people. So we're going to take this quick commercial break. We'll come back for our If You Only Knew segment, and then after that, it's going to go down. All right, so we'll be back after this commercial break here at the Joshua Burney Morning Show, Saturday afternoon edition.
We offer affordable and reliable services for this tax season. We're here to help you get the
Sorry, that was a little loud. Straight down.
Valley and direct deposit are available.
It's straight down.
Even quicker. Contact us today at 866-899-9020 or on the web at influxofwealth.com. Schedule your appointment today and receive $25 off. This is a limited time offer, so
good afternoon, everyone.
Eliminate the stress, hassle, and headache of unwanted property now. Call Bob or Mike at 919-473-3175 or 252-375-4770. Once again, eliminate the stress, hassle, and headache of unwanted property now. Call Bob or Mike at 919-473-3175 or 252-375-4770.
All right, listen, we are back here at the Joshua Burney Morning Show, Saturday afternoon edition. My name is Joshua Burney, aka Joshua B, the public speaking rapper with an English degree.
And I'm Octavia B, your public speaking poet with a science degree.
Listen, and we want to always thank you all for tuning in with us, especially on a nice Saturday. It is a little toasty outside, so maybe you're grilling out, maybe you're at the pool, maybe you're having fun, maybe you're stuck in school. I don't know, but have a good time with whatever you're doing. That was off the dome, okay? Don't judge the bar, just whatever. That's called a freestyle. It's off the dome. I think every rapper should be able to freestyle. If you can't freestyle, even if it's whack, you're not a rapper. So I just want to let that be known. But anyway, so as always, like, share, and comment on the page. Why? Because the dialogue is so important. It progresses the show, and it makes it more the better. And that's why we're doing this outside of just like we like doing it. But it just makes it better. As well as listen, like us on social, like the Joshua Burney Morning Show page. That way you're up to date on all information pertaining to the show. And like me on social media, follow me on social media, on Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat at @just_Joshua B.
You can follow me on Facebook at Octavia Burney, as well as my business page, Lily Monet Designs. You can also follow me on Instagram at Lily_Monet_Designs, as well as my personal page, Mrs.Burney. Nice. And one of the things that I definitely love is that we're conversationalists. As a matter of fact, I peeped the fact that you, in the picture that you posted, you said conversationalist as a hashtag. I saw that. I did.
Yeah, you did. See? It's natural now. That's what I want. Listen, and that's what I love about people that come to, with Spoken Solutions is my own company, and we provide conversation coaching as well as video and voiceover production for small businesses, and as well as customer service training. And one of the things is that it's not about being a great public speaker. It's about being a great conversationalist. And the goal is to be able to get to the point to where you're comfortable in talking in front of large amounts of people. Right. Not about being a great public speaker. Those are two different things. And so we deem the name conversationalist. When you sign up, you're now a conversationalist. It's beautiful. Yes. I love how the word rolls off. But anyway, listen, I'm rambling on. Listen, you guys already know what time it is. It's that Planet Rock news segment because we pride ourselves here at the Joshua Burney Morning Show about being informed. Why? Because what you don't know can hurt you. And right now, we always want to be informed about what's happening on the international, national, and local level. And so right now, we're going to share our local news that Mrs. Octavia is going to share with us.
So Vidant Medical, is it called Vidant Medical Center or just Medical Center or just Vidant Hospital? They are having a shortage of nurses which has been going on apparently for several years, but they are looking for nurses. So if you are looking for a job and you're a nurse, Vidant Hospital, Vidant Medical Center, whatever the actual
just
perfect name
just
is,
say Vidant.
they are looking for nurses. So if you need a job, definitely go on their website and apply. They do have, I did actually go look, and they do have several openings for nurses in the neonatal, gastroenterology, endoscopy, whatever it is that you want to do. Definitely go on there and look and apply for a job. If you're a nurse or you're about to be graduating next month from nursing school at ECU or Pitt Community, definitely go on there and apply.
I think, and that's a good thing to bring up. One, because again, it's all about uplifting the community, and sometimes people don't know where all the jobs are. So that's very great that you let that be known. And we also talked about this prior on the show.
Yeah, like 2 months ago.
About 2 months ago. And we looked at the numbers, and a lot of the turnover is just because sometimes it's the pay, and they're looking to try to increase the pay, and people moving on to other things. So the healthcare field is always a hiring field, but you do have to be qualified, because I refuse to go there and I got a back pains and you saying, look, you got a serious cough. I only sneezed. So please know what you're talking about. Okay. But
that is definitely vital, because now I've been to the doctor and they say one thing and I'm like, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Like, if I know more than you, there's a problem.
So thank you for sharing that. Definitely thank you for sharing that. Now, for me, I want to touch on, this is more of a national story. But in addition, also with us, this segment, I also want to talk about business, and especially finances as well. So this is kind of all going to tie in, but especially on the financial personal side. So of course we have heard that New York has given free college tuition for community colleges and four-year universities. And there's a lot of talk about being able to provide free schooling. And so with this, of course, comes loans. And like some places still, you have to have loans. And so it's important to know how your loans work. Well, with the new Department of Education head, Miss Betty DeVos, something like along those lines. Miss DeVos. Are you referring to North Carolina? No, in the United States.
Oh, okay.
And now they're going in and they're looking at how they are revamping the college repayments. And how it's going to affect borrowers. Now, let me break this down, because I'm going to try to make this very quickly and very simple as I possibly can. Okay. So what they're looking to do, especially for income-based repayment plans, and there's a whole chart about 5 million people are on this payment plan. Wow. And so if you are on an income-based repayment plan for your student loans, which of course there's a close to $1.4 trillion student loan debt, which is freaking ridiculous. Please explain that to me. But we do have to pay the money back because it's a loan. So what they're looking to do, because currently how the regulation holds is under the Obama administration policy that was enacted. And what that policy states is, no, you're fine. What that policy states is that a person can repay their loans at 10% of their discretionary funds. Now, this is important. 10% of their discretionary fund. It caps off at 10%, and you get loan forgiveness after 20 years. So under the Obama administration policy, you get a cap at 10% of your discretionary income. And I don't know, I'm wilding right now. And after 20 years, your loan is forgiven. Now, under the Trump administration, and what they're looking to possibly do is make it to where your cap of your loan repayment caps at 12.5%, and you get loan forgiveness after 15 years. Right? So now let me give some backtrack information so that way you understand. There's disposable income, then there's discretionary income. Disposable income is your money that basically pays for all your necessities after taxes. So this includes clothing, mortgage, food, any other type of shelter, insurance. All this is in your disposable income after taxes. Now, the money that's after that is called the discretionary funds or your discretionary income, which is all about the luxuries in life, those non-necessities such as Chipotle or going on a vacation or a phone or whatever the case may be. So now you look at going back to the ruling is that this 10% under the Obama and 12.5 under the Trump administration is based off of your discretionary income. So let's use an example because I have to write this down. I want to make sure I say this correctly. So let's say, for example, your monthly income is $4,000 and that is now your disposable income. But now after you've paid all your bills, and let's say all your bills and everything totaled up to $2,000, that leaves you, of course, simple math, 4,000 minus 2,000 is $2,000 in discretionary income. So now under the Obama administration, that places you at a cap of $200 per month over a span of 20 years that you would have to repay on the income-based repayment plan, right? Under the Trump, under the Trump administration, again, let's go back to the figure of the $4,000 and the $2,000 of discretionary income. You now your payment is increased to $250 a month over 15 years. So I looked at the numbers. So basically, under the Obama plan, in 20 years, you pay over $48,000. Under the Trump administration, you pay over $45,000 in 15 years. Now, I had a difficult time trying to understand specifically as why they would do this, and I had to remember that the point of this is that it's a loan. People want their money back, and they want their money back the fastest way possible. What Obama looked to do was able to provide lesser payments so people can still have a life outside of paying those student loans. And ironically, the average monthly student loan payment is $351. That's freaking stupid.
Mine was $279.
That's freaking stupid. So when you go into a situation where your cap was at 200 and then it's now at 250, you have to accommodate that extra $50. But in the long run, you pay it at a shorter amount, but you have to consider you're paying that money faster. And my point, in addition to my point in explaining all that, which I understand this has been kind of long, but you have to understand the language that people are using to be able to get your money. This is why I wanted to say all this, and I wanted to specifically explain this. Because these big banks, these credit card companies, these mortgage companies, these billion-dollar companies, these retail companies, they are using this language against you. And we don't adequately make our adjustments because we don't know the language. So I'm saying this and explaining it to you because I want you to know the language. There's no point in me just knowing the language. Otherwise, I just know it, right? That's useless. But it's not like, again.
But you're sharing them.
It's a sharing. It's all about uplifting the community. And it would be foolish and selfish of me to come up here and not share that information. Because, again, they're using the language you don't know against you. So understand monthly what your disposable income is and what your discretionary income is and how you move accordingly based off that information. So again, if you do have student loans, this is something to keep your eye on moving forward because you may have larger payments. You may have, your payments may be the same. Who knows? But just be informed about what's going on with that.
Okay. Thank you for the information.
My mouth is dry.
That was a mouthful.
It was a mouthful. I wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make it slow, and I wanted to make sure I said it right because I have a responsibility to say it correctly to you all. To you all. Otherwise, God gonna hold me accountable. He's like, Josh, you said something. So I take that stuff serious. So even though it was wrong, I don't apologize.
Right. That was good information.
Thank you. Thank you. Like I said, it's just all about sharing. Now on to our international story, because I do have the international. Do you have the international?
I just have the one about the Volkswagen.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You do have the international.
All of it, so I'll just say what I remember.
Go ahead.
So Volkswagen dealerships or Volkswagen company as a whole was having some issues with their cars and some of the engines in the cars. So they are, I think I tried not to say, they are doing kind of like a thing where the company that you buy your car from, they are going to accept your car back, But they're actually going to be calling you probably if you have a Volkswagen, no matter what kind of Volkswagen you have, because they want these cars on the lot. They have been blowing up my phone. I have a Volkswagen, 2012 Volkswagen Jetta STI.
Baby, you're telling them all your
information. But no, I'm just saying I have a Volkswagen.
You have a Volkswagen.
And they're calling me because they want to purchase my car back. And when they're calling you, you're like, I don't know if I want to sell my car because I really don't want to get another car and then have another car payment. If I want to get rid of the car, I want to get rid of the debt altogether. So when they're calling you, they're more than likely are going to offer you more than what another company would offer because they want the car back on the lot instead of them going to an auction to purchase a car. So if you have a Volkswagen, I just wanted to, right? Because they're in trouble with some of their cars and some of the deals that they've made in the past that's now affecting the billions that they've made. So if you have a Volkswagen and someone is calling you where you purchased your car from, just go check it out. Maybe they're going to offer you way more money than you expected. I don't know. When I figure that out, I'll let you know. But right now, I don't know because I haven't taken my car either.
And in addition, I want to add something to that. Actually, I read it's actually in Venezuela. And again, if you haven't been keeping up with Venezuela, South America, keep up with it because trust me, they're going through it. They actually just stated that their inflation rate is going to reach 700% because their major income revenue generating business, which was oil, plummeted. So it's tough. But GM actually recently had their Venezuelan plant got seized by the government. It was tough. Oh my God. So these car companies are going through it right now, but it's also a very volatile market because every year new cars are coming out. And so, that's why these cars are like so expensive. But anyway, and they depreciate so at a high rate is because some of those reasons. I don't know all the reasons, but I know that's some of them. But anyway, look, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Thank you for sharing. Right? Thank you for sharing. I don't want to go on about that. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Because it's all about being informed. And if you have something added information, please share. Because teamwork makes the dream work.
It does.
Teamwork makes the dream work. So listen, what we're going to do, of course, we have to go to our commercial break. We'll be back after these commercials because we have to pay our bills and we always want to give a shout out to our community partners. So we'll be back here at the Joshua Burney Morning Show, Saturday afternoon edition. And we'll be back for our If You Only Knew segment. Yeah, If You Only Knew. If you want to know what you think.
A Perfect Shine Auto Detailer, the premier auto detailer located on 2200 Evans Street, Greenville, North Carolina, on the intersection of Arlington and Evans. We guarantee you the perfect shine every time. Prices start for $10 for inside and $20 for inside and out. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can call 252-714-3371 for appointments. Get your car professionally hand washed at A Perfect Shine Auto Detailing, where we guarantee you a perfect shine every time.
Every time.
Oh, I'm just so frustrated with this wedding planning. Hey, not to bother you, but you need help planning your next event? Well, Creative Designs is made for your events. They would love to make your dreams come true without even breaking the bank. They specialize in weddings, parties, formal events, and so much more. They actually have over 20 years experience to bring your...
Hello everyone on Facebook. Thank you all for tuning in with us.
Thank you for watching.
We appreciate you. As always, like, share, and comment on the page. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, say it.
You said it.
No, say it again.
Thank you for watching. You can like, share, and comments below. We want to be getting to our next segment If You Only Knew in a few moments.
Again, that name is Creative Designs with
I just did that.
Well,
all right, we are back here at the Joshua Burney Morning Show, Saturday afternoon edition. My name is Joshua Burney, aka Joshua B, the public speaking rapper with an English degree.
And I am the co-host, Octavia B, your public speaking poet with a science degree. I do apologize. Something's like in my eye. But
Me?
You would say something like that.
The game is strong, people.
Did you mean to do that?
It's straight. Oh. All right, well, listen. As always, like the Joshua Burney Morning Show page so that way you're up to date on all information pertaining to the show.
Some hearts.
And as well as be sure to like us follow us on social media at @just_Joshua B on Twitter, Instagram, or Snapchat. That's @Joshua B.
You can follow me on Facebook at Octavia Burney, as well as my business page, Lily Monet Designs. You can also follow me on Instagram at Lily_Monet Designs. And I'm sorry, Lily_Monet_. Right.
Just start over. Just start over. Just start over.
And my personal page is Mrs. Burney.
First of all, shout out to TK Kelly. Great family friend. We go way back, full flats on the Cadillac. And now that's Carver High School. That's Trey for Love right there. So yeah, the game is strong, my brother.
Oh my
the
gosh.
game is strong, okay. But you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That's that Trey for right there. You know what I mean? Everybody ain't got it, but I'm saying though. So shout out to TK for that, man. Shout out to TK, great family friend. But okay, so listen, this is our iffy only Oklahoma. Jesus. What you doing out of Oklahoma, man? Come on, man. Well, you on the Army stuff, so I understand.
Oh,
man.
yeah,
You on the
he's
Army
in the
stuff.
Army.
He is. So
I know
he's out there
some people in
putting that work in. Thank you for your service, seriously, because
Thank
I
you.
understand that everybody. I said my arms, by the way, so I counted that. But everyone can't always do it and meant to do it. So I definitely commend all those servicemen and women out there that put their lives on the line. So going to Korea,
Wow.
yo, go be safe out there.
Yes.
Be safe. All right. Be safe out there. But anyway, thank you for tuning in, man. We definitely
you.
appreciate it, man. We appreciate the support. So thank you. Thank you. But anyway, listen. So I was having a real good conversation with myself earlier today.
Okay.
I do talk to myself. Yeah, I do. And of course I don't talk out loud. But
Good.
I was just thinking about life's hardships, right? You know, everyone has their good and their bad. And in my mind, I was thinking how a person who has dealt with a lot of death will easily make it out to seem like they've had it the hardest, right? Or someone that's dealt with depression, they would make it seem like they've had it the hardest. But in my mind, I concluded, well, everyone had a bad life at some point in time, right? Just because a person does not grow up in the streets and selling drugs, you have to consider the perspective of what about the African American kid at a PWI who can't deal with being around an environment that he's never been in, or the young white kid who grows up in a trailer park, or the young popular kid who has to live up to a persona, so it's very difficult for them to be able to handle it. Or what about a super rich kid whose parents are never home?
Who suffers from depression.
So you have all these types of situations. And so the question just popped in my mind, and this is the question I asked to you and I asked to my viewers. What is more important to a person's future? Their present or their past?
What's more important?
To that person's future, their present or the past?
I would say both. Because in order for you to have a present, you have to go through what you've been through in your past. And if you're living in your present, you have to know that the past is in the past, but that doesn't mean that you forget about it. It's still something that has created you to be and strengthened you to be the person that you have become now in the present. Because what you go through makes you stronger.
That's fine, yeah.
So what you go through makes you stronger, and it builds you up to be who you are. It builds your character, it builds your self-esteem, it builds, knowing who you are as a person. It helps you understand who you are as a person and value your own self and your own strengths. And I believe you have to go through the past in order to be in the present to better yourself for your future.
Okay. Well, listen, that's one response. Also, we have... I actually know who that is. That's technically one of our great employees here at the Joshua Burney Morning Show, but they stated that it's the present. Your present is what matters the most towards your future. And I personally, and again, I always open to people's responses because everyone has a different perspective, and that's why I prefaced my question with the multiple perspectives, because people can have it.
Right.
And with answering this question, I would say it's 20% past 80% present.
Right, it's both. I mean, yeah, it's not. I wouldn't say it's like 100%, but your past. But I'm saying it's both.
Well, and
I just didn't put percentages on it.
I mean, but I did though.
I know. I'm just saying it's both.
Nothing to do with the fact that you didn't. I just said that I did. But I asked some people this question earlier, and one person stated that it is their past, based off of the fact that if a person is stuck in the past, then their present is non-existent, basically. Right. And then I had another person say how it's their present because, truthfully, even whether it's good or bad, in the past has nothing to do with the fact of your present. Mm-hmm. And this actually makes me think of what Dr. Vickers told us. We asked him the question of what's one thing in life that you've learned. He said, you don't plan, because he planned on being a pastor and he just went with a friend to a doctor's scholarship interview and he ended up getting accepted into the school and he became a doctor. Right. So his past had no bearing on what his present brought towards his future. Right. For me, I think that it is 80-20. Again, 80 present, 20% past. Because, again, there's nothing really you can do about the past, right? And it does occur, and then you look at that molding aspect, like you are molded by your environment, you're molded by the experiences you had. Right. But then some people can completely ignore those moldings. I've seen people completely change everything about who they are and live currently in this present and be a whole nother person. So
and forget about what they've been through.
And forget about what they've been
where
through.
They came from, what they experienced, and kind of like block it.
And even with that, you hear people say so much and so strongly, don't forget your past. So sometimes you can, again, get caught up so much in who you are in the past or what you did in the past that it's difficult to move on. So for me, again, I think it's an 80-20 thing, but the present is most important because even if you make a decision today, a decision tomorrow can be completely different. And then ironically, your past is now yesterday, which is today. So it's a very different, it's a very interesting way of thinking. But I want to get to the comment. I mean, do you have the whole comment? Because I can't see it on the screen.
It says, Mr. T.K. Kelly, their present is more, the present is more important, 70%, 30%. The past doesn't matter from a religious standpoint. The old is washed away. From a political standpoint, the president has proven that it doesn't matter. The past is helpful to show adversity, and knowing their history can help predict future behavior. But look at rehabilitation centers and you'll see that the old doesn't drive the new. What you do presently will always outweigh that. If you're not changing, you're not growing. Don't forget your past, but don't stay there. Amen.
I like that. I like that. And again, that's why. Shout out to the Trey people. It's, again, that perspective, because he bought something that I think was very important. Two things. He says, one, he bought the word. Okay, so we recognize that religious standpoint, that the OU is washed away.
It is.
And that the present, that it doesn't matter. But then he also says that the past is helpful to show adversity, and knowing their history can help predict future behavior.
That's what I say. Yeah.
And I think, and then he coupled that with look at rehabilitation centers.
Right.
And that was a great point to bring up pertaining to the rehabilitation centers, because I think you see that change. Does someone stay where they were, whether that was mental or physical, or does someone that needed to be able to walk again after a wreck start walking again? So that's a great perspective to bring, because you see that, whether that past or present.
Right.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
That's why I'm talking. That's why, man. That is why. So listen, again, the question that was asked, if you're just tuning in, is what do you think is more important to a person's future, their past or their present? And it makes me think of that quote as well. They said, if you don't know where you've been, then you don't know where you've been. Hold on, I'll mess it up now. Because there's two ways that I've heard it said. If you don't know where you've been, then you're bound to repeat yourself. And if you don't know where you've been, then you don't know where you're going. And so I think that's the same thing in a sense, but I've just heard it both ways before, and I feel like there's another way I've heard it, but I can't.
It is.
There is another way. I just
can't.
I can't think of the other way that people say it. So it's always funny how people say the same thing multiple times. I don't get that. But anyway, well, listen, we definitely want to appreciate the comments and just sharing. And again, constantly keep putting your comments in. Whether it is, and again, the question is, what is more important to a person's future, their past or their present? Well, let me ask you this though. What has been one of the most defining moment in your past that allowed you to get to your present? Perfect follow-up question.
Say that one more time.
What's a moment in your past that allowed you to get to your present?
I would say a moment when a job I worked for went out of business, and I had to basically figure out where money was coming from for, it was kind of like out of the blue, where money was coming from for my rent, for, my car payment. And it definitely helped me realize, okay, Octavia, you need to save more money. Like I was saving, but I wasn't saving enough. Okay. So it allowed me to be a little stingy with my finances in order to build that bank account that I wanted, so that if something like that did occur again, I was more prepared for it, because at that moment I was struggling.
That's right. And you've shared that story before. You didn't go into detail as far as this time, but you've definitely, I know the situation, right. So that I can see that, but you never said that before, and that makes sense though. That makes even more the sense. So again, the follow-up question is, what's something in your past that has allowed you to get to your present? And I don't want to use the ones that I normally do, but I do want to say, I was in the T-Mobile store earlier, and you won't believe what came on.
What?
Tearing Up My Heart by NSYNC. Now, I have to explain why Tearing Up My Heart by NSYNC is so important. Is because it is what started my whole journey in being a public speaker and doing everything that I'm doing now. So I just want to let that be known, because if that song never occurred, I never would have forgotten the words on stage in fifth grade in front of 800 people with my best friends. I would not be where I am today. Now, I just want to let that be known. I'm only saying that because I was in the store and the song came on and I went nostalgic real quick. I said, whoa. And if the Espinal still have the video of that.
Did you dance?
Yeah, we had a whole dance routine. That's why
I meant in T-Mobile.
Oh, no, I didn't do it. I did it low-key in my head, though. But there was like another person standing right next to me.
Oh, and I know how you do.
Yeah, I was about to do it, but I was about to do the dances for real. I still remember some of them.
See you doing that.
I still remember. So I just wanted to let that be known. But for me, one thing that allowed me to one thing in the past that allowed me to get to my future was actually my ex-girlfriend passing away. And that was in college. And that's important for me because now it allows me to love and appreciate more. Because after that situation, I was really like distraught, and I really was not trying to be in love and deal with that situation. And as time progressed, I recognized, and more importantly, being married now, it's like, I know at any point in time, you or I cannot be here. It's not our choice. And so now it causes me to want to forgive more easily, and two, to appreciate the moment that I have, not only with you as my wife, because we have that type of love, but also my family and my friends and just strangers, because people pass away regularly. And when it deals with me personally, it's a different story. So that's one thing in my past that allowed me to be to where I am now. Because in addition, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be a rapper. I wouldn't be so many other things. And so that situation God allowed to be able to happen. So that way now I am where I am. But I definitely want to get to the comment because it is important. So Mr. Rashad Wilson, shout out to Rashad Wilson. Adversity is one that has motivated me, and also anger. Now, if you would, please explain, elaborate that a little more. We'll give you a little time to type that up if you are willing to do so, because that's interesting. I actually would like to hear that perspective on that. So, but yes, I wanted to say that.
I have more, but I just said that one.
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. I said 2 by mistake, and that was only because, well, you know, I was trying to think of something else because I always use the me forgetting the words joint, but the song just came on. I was jamming in it. I was singing up a storm.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, I can sing. I can sing 2 people low key.
So can
I. See, lady, I made it about you.
No, I didn't.
I just said, like I said, you're like, I look at you, girl. Come on, girl. You already the good looking one on here. So
no, you look good.
Yeah, but you're the woman. What? I'm gonna look better than the woman? No.
I mean, but you look good though.
Well, thank you, but I'm just saying.
Thanks.
Still though. So, but anyway, but as you're still typing again, this is the follow-up question: is the first question was, what do you think is more important to a person's future, and that could be their past or their present. And the follow-up question is, what's something in your past that has allowed you to get to your present? And so, again, keep on putting those comments up there. And we definitely want to read that comment right quick because I was about to take well, look, how about this? We're going to take a commercial break. And then we'll come back, we'll read those comments because we want to make sure that we pay our bills. So listen, don't worry, we're going to read your comments. We just want to make sure we have our commercial break, and we'll be back here at the Joshua Burney Morning Show, Saturday afternoon edition, here with us.
Lux Tax Professionals. We offer affordable and reliable services for this tax season. We are here to help you get the best refund with no upfront fees. E-filing and direct deposit are available to help you get your return even quicker. Contact us today at 866-899-9020 or on the web at influxofwealth.com. Schedule your appointment today and receive $25 off. This is a limited time offer, so act now and save.
Comes up on yours, but I didn't know on mine this time.
Eliminate the stress, hassle, and headache of unwanted property now. Call Bob or Mike at 919-473-3175 or 252-375-4770. Once again, eliminate the stress, hassle, and headache of unwanted property now. Call Bob or Mike at 919-473-3175 or 252-375-4770.
All right, we are back here at the Joshua Burney Morning Show, Saturday afternoon edition. My name is Joshua Burney, aka Joshua B, the public speaking rapper with an English degree.
And I'm Octavia B, your public speaking poet with a science degree.
Listen, as always, follow us on social media. You can like the Joshua Burney Morning Show page, as well as follow us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at @just_Joshua B.
You can follow me on Facebook at Facebook at Octavia Burney, as well as my business page, Lily Monet Designs. You can also follow me on Instagram at Lily_Monet_Designs, as well as my personal page, Mrs.Burney.
Okay, nice. Okay, well, listen, we, by the way, I want to let you know the dancing that we did during commercial break, that's not for show. We genuinely do that. So I just want to let that be known. Okay, we just don't be doing that just because. But anyway, we want to get to our comments because we do have several comments to get to, and we always want to be respectful because you're taking your time out to be able to communicate with us. So listen, you want to start off with...
I can't see it on my phone. I can only see...
Yeah.
I can't see what he said when you asked.
I can do it.
No, it's better on your phone. It's actually right there. How do you scroll up?
No, I got it right here.
No.
All right, so...
That's not it.
Hold on, let me find it.
Sorry, you all. It's not on. Can you scroll on this one?
Yeah,
Can you touch it? Yeah, because it's not. For some reason, it didn't pop up on mine because he said that.
Okay, it didn't pop up. All right, so Mr. Rashad Wilson said that because his original comment was adversity is one that motivated him, and also anger. And anger can be a great source of energy if you direct it in positive use. Mm-hmm. That's actually a great point to make.
And adversity.
Is that what he said?
He also said adversity is one of...
That was the first thing I said.
Oh.
The first thing I said. But anyway, and even further, I think it kind of links together when you were talking about how the police brutality also has motivated you to become an attorney. So I'm assuming that you're saying the anger based off of the police brutality that you had, you're using that energy in a positive manner so that way you can become an attorney. Am I saying that correctly? I just want to let that be known. Am I saying that correctly? So please let me know. Well, we also want to get to this other comment. Angela, she stated that the moment she found out she was going to be a mom and finally being able to forgive her dad for leaving.
Wow.
And that is something that's is a big thing. So yeah, definitely shout out to that, because shout out to Christian.
TK.
And yes, Travis has several, so I just thank you, Rashad, for letting me know that was the correct thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Read the second one. He said a defining moment for him was when he's deployed in Afghanistan. He was young, wild, and promiscuous. His values was reflected, that of a young man in his 20s, and was afraid he was going to die. Hold on, I'm sorry. He was afraid he was going to die like that. A young soldier dead, no girlfriend, but multiple women crying at his funeral. He didn't want to die feeling like he accomplished nothing. So he decided that if he made it back alive, he'd change up and do better. That's awesome.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
Let me read that again.
Right, because I was like, I couldn't see it. But
No, I just want to read that personally. So a defining moment for me was when I was deployed in Afghanistan. I was young, wild, and promiscuous. My values reflected that of a young man in his 20s. And I was afraid I was going to die like that. A young soldier, dead, no girlfriend, but multiple women crying at my funeral. I did not want to die feeling like I accomplished nothing. So I decided that if I made it back alive, I'd change it up and do better.
Sorry, I just got a new phone, so I apologize. I was trying to figure out how to work it.
And then he says, in that moment, I wanted to be real, be vulnerable, and be honest with myself and others. I had to change my whole life, delete the bad characters and women in my life, and start over. I lost a lot of friends. Shoot, I can't even hang out in Charlotte like I used to. But in that moment on that patrol, I grew up. And Mr. Rashad says, yes, that I was correct in that. Okay, so I definitely wanted to be true to your statements, Rashad, about that. And thank you, TK, for that honesty. Because that's honesty. You know, there's nothing else. It took courage to say that. And it takes honesty to say that. Because one of the things that I definitely agree with is that young man in your 20s when you reflect on it and you say, okay, is this the type of person I wanted to be? But he's in a whole nother situation. Like, I have death in front of me. I can die out here. And, you know, that is awareness and forethought. I'm telling you, that is amazing. So, and you know what? And I want to say this. Knowing that makes complete sense to his life now. Because you're married with 2 kids, right? I believe you're married with 2 kids. And that's just amazing to see the reason why. So, again, that past, now that reflects into his present, man. Right. As well as Rashad, too, because you have that anger. And you and so many other people have that anger when it comes to police brutality. And you're saying, okay, yeah, you could easily go out to the riots and start tripping. But you knew your boundaries. And you said, let me do something positive. And even TK, he said, I don't go to Charlotte. I can't go to Charlotte like that. I can't. Otherwise, I know what would happen. So that's a grown man move. So shout out to all the grown men on the show today, because there's several of them. Eddie, I saw you up there earlier, Mr. Solomon, and I was saying this not too long ago. It takes more strength to be vulnerable. Especially for a man, to say maybe something's wrong, to say we're bothered about something, to say our feelings are hurt, and to be honest about that. And so that's strength and that's change. So that makes me excited, man. That makes me excited.
I applaud both of you all for being honest. And
that makes me excited.
Honesty.
Yeah. Well, that makes me excited. I don't even know. You know, there's just nothing else I can say after that. There's nothing else I can say after that. Seriously.
Those were 2 good, like,
Yeah, he said the blessings and the growth was rapid afterwards.
And maturity.
So that's amazing. That's just amazing to see. And Rashad, let me know where you thinking about going to law school at or something like that. If you started the process, I'm just asking. You don't have to put it up there if you don't want to, but I'm just asking because we haven't talked in a long time. Again, these are all my Winston folk. I'm not going to even Winston people. Shout out to all my Winston people and your support for this. I appreciate that. Mm-hmm. I feel good. The hometown behind me, I feel that. So
like my VA people not up there today. They must be celebrating.
It's straight though. So listen. So it is 5:14. It's 5:14, and we always want to be timely. But he definitely said something, so I wanted to. You want to read that because I want to be respectful and people taking their time out.
Mr. TK said, I started dating Kendra. No password on the phone, full transparency, and told her, like, look, I'm switching it all up for you. Aww.
Look, hey, look.
What you looking at me for?
I had to do the same thing, man. Look, you got to switch it up, man. You got to switch it up. You got to switch it up, and you got to switch it up. And that's got to switch it up. You can't keep doing the same things.
Right.
You know, especially when you got a good woman, too. You got to switch it up. So shout out to that. And so Rashawn said NCCU, the Go Eagles. So shout out to that. Yeah. So shout outs to that, man. Congratulations. Finish strong. Keep doing it. And that'll be great, man. A great story to hear from, hear about later on down the line. So I'm excited, man. So listen, again, we want to be timely. We definitely want to be timely. We want to genuinely thank everyone for sharing their comments, for telling their truths, for putting out their courage on the line in front of people that they don't know and know. Right. And so we don't take that for granted. So we definitely appreciate you guys and being great conversationalists today. That's a great conversation. I appreciate that. I genuinely appreciate that. We appreciate that.
Right.
And other people appreciate that as well.
He also Rashad put a comment up there. Can you see it?
Yeah, he said definitely will support anything you do, man. Appreciate it because we go back. I'll tell you, these people, we go back. We go back. So thank you all for tuning in with us this day. And I'm very excited because, again, the schedule is changing and we are working to be back during the week. Okay? That's the biggest thing. As you clearly see in the title, it is a morning show. And a lot of things have been happening in the background and we haven't been able to do it. And so things are progressively changing so that way we can do the show during the week. So be on the lookout for that. And we'll constantly make sure we're posting consistently for you guys to keep up the information on that. So that's important for you guys to go and like the Joshua Burney Morning Show page for that reason. So I'm very excited. But listen, it's a beautiful, beautiful Saturday. We've had great conversation. We've had a great time. Now it's time to get some great food, kick back, relax. I can never remember the name of that line. Kick back, relax, and relax your feet. But they don't say relax.
Party on down to the escape.
Whatever it is. I don't know. But listen, enjoy the rest of your day. It's beautiful out here. Time with your family and friends. Or just by yourself.
He said he was glad he was able to catch the show. I'll delete my comments later and get back to family time. Y'all be good and thanks for the show.
Hey, don't delete your comments though. Okay, you're not gonna.
Why are you gonna delete the comments?
Don't delete the comments. Okay, don't delete the comments. But look, have a great day with your family, your friends. If you're chilling by yourself, if you're reading, pick up a book, watch some TV, read the Word. Have a great day.
Right.
We'll see you all next time here at the Joshua Burney Morning Show. Saturday afternoon edition.
Hopefully next time will be Tuesday morning.
So my name is Joshua Burney, aka Joshua B, the public speaking rapper with an English degree.
And I'm Octavia B, your public speaking poet with a science degree.
And we'll see you next time here at the Joshua Burney Morning Show.
You're gonna keep singing.
Oh, peace to you.